Hello everyone, it's Kabir from Red Door Yoga and welcome to the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra Series online. Thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to talk to you about mantras versus affirmations. Now recently I did a mini sutra on allowing the mind to rest. And someone commented, I believe it was in a virtual yoga community group on Facebook. They asked in the comment section about a good mantra because I mentioned that the use of mantras is a good way to allow the mind to rest. And the question asking about what's a good mantra kind of led me to realizing that maybe I should chat a little bit about the difference between a mantra and an affirmation, because a lot of people confuse the two and they kind of have two different functions. They are two different animals, as it were. Okay. So what you need to understand about a mantra, and mantras are actually what I'm suggesting for allowing the mind to rest. Okay. What you need to understand about a mantra is that the power of a mantra lies in the wavelength that it creates in the mind's movement. Okay, so a lot of mantras are what we call primordial sounds. So they are sounds that are said to kind of come out of the universe, out of creation. They don't always have direct meaning to the ear that is listening to it, yet there is an intrinsic understanding of the energy of that sound. Okay, so an example of a mantra might be gum, or it might be Om. Om Shanti Om. These are examples of mantras. Now, those three mantras that I use just happen to be Sanskrit, okay? And those are common then in yoga tradition. But you will find, mantras in a variety of traditions. And the truth is, you don't need to know what a mantra means. What you need to know is the effect of a mantra. How does it cause the mind to move? And what is the effect of the mind moving in that rhythm? Okay, so most mantras will cause the mind to move in this cascading slow rhythm that will create peace and contentment and clarity, even if you have no idea what the words mean. Okay, you don't need to know. You do need to still focus on the sound of the mantra as you're saying it, and the vibration of that mantra, what your experience is of it, and noticing the mind falling into the vibrational rhythm of that mantra until the mind effectively becomes the mantra, where it just moves with that same rhythm. So now where the mantra may have started to create a peaceful feeling in the mind, over time, because the mind becomes the same rhythm, the mind becomes peace. Okay? Whereas an affirmation is a statement that you would make to create a certain belief system in yourself. So, I am strong. I am kind. Even the affirmation, I am peaceful. You are using a statement that the mind must understand the meaning of in order to be convinced of the belief system. Okay, whereas a mantra doesn't necessarily have to be understood at all. It just needs to be observed and practiced so that one can become the energy of that mantra. Okay, so I'm a huge fan of mantras. I really am. Affirmations absolutely have their place, but I see them as less transformative ultimately versus mantras. Now, there is absolutely a place for affirmations, right? If you're noticing that your mind has a tendency to move towards what I'm going to refer to as negative thinking, then, working on the flip side thought process of, if for example, if you think that you're weak, to repeat yourself, I am strong. Maybe that you think that you're unlovable, to repeat to yourself that you are lovable, to try to change the mental conversation, okay? Repeating this to yourself over and over and over until you start to believe that thought, that idea, okay? There is a place for it. But I see the use of mantras as a very direct route to a state of being. And in that state of being, so for example, a lot of mantras, as I said, bring you into a very peaceful, what we call in yoga, sattvic present state. Well, in that peaceful sattvic state, you actually kind of transcend the idea of weak and strong. It actually ceases to really be an argument you want to have at all about yourself. You recognize that however you are in this moment is fine. Okay? So it's no longer, am I weak? Am I strong? Do I have to? That goes out the window, right? And that's why if I were to, I'm going to put it this way, I see mantras as a little bit more superior to affirmations. Okay, because they kind of cut to the heart of things, whereas affirmations bring you to a certain point, and there's still a bit to travel into getting to that state of present and unattached, and therefore those struggles, mental struggles you have back and forth, cease to actually matter and cease to push you around in any way. Okay? So I thought it was important that I talk about that. To that point, though, for the person who asked about, a good mantra for allowing the mind to rest, Om Shanti Om is one that I recommend. Okay, it's very simple, and the idea is you would repeat this mantra over and over. Om Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om. You can do it out loud. Okay, and then over time, you can get quieter and quieter until you start repeating it internally, okay? Until eventually you just start to allow your mind to move in that same rhythm without having to actually repeat it mentally or otherwise. You just allow the mind to cascade in that same Om Shanti Om rhythm, okay? It sounds like a simple thing to do, and it is. The challenge is to remain focused on the repetition of the mantra, on the sound, on the vibration of the mantra, to remain present with the mantra while you're using it. It can be challenging at the beginning, but believe me, once you get into this practice, once you get into this rhythm, you will love this practice and it will be with you always, meaning that, you could be walking across the street and you notice that your mind is getting a little bit upheaved. And if you've been practicing with this mantra, all you have to do is repeat it a couple of times out loud or in your head. And you'd be amazed at how very quickly the mind falls back into that rhythm and you become that state of peace, that state of presence, okay, that state of contentment. So the short answer to the question, the comment that was put, Om Shanti Om is what I'm going to recommend for allowing the mind to rest, okay? But I thought it very important that I differentiate a little bit for you guys, the difference between a mantra and an affirmation. And again, even though I said that, in my mind, mantras are superior to affirmations, affirmations have their place in life, okay? There are times where an affirmation might be what you need to kind of pull yourself back from the edge. But then once you've gotten that affirmation well, utilized and well incorporated into your thought patterns, there's still a little bit of way to go from that point now to let go of the idea that you even have to believe that, okay? That you are smart, you are peaceful, you are anything, you just, I am, okay? You learn to move into that state and that rhythm of being, okay? All right, I hope this was helpful, everyone. And, as always, if you've got questions or thoughts, please do put them in the comment section. Like the mini sutra that I did today, I do take a look at the comments and questions that you guys have and that you put into the comment section, and I will use them to then do other mini sutras for you, like today. Okay, so please do ask questions if you've got them. If you found this helpful, please do share this with others. If you are seeing this outside of the virtual yoga community group, please do come on in and ask to join the group. It's completely free, okay? But I do a lot of teaching inside of that group, and it's all free. So please come on in. I'd love to share more philosophy and more teachings with you. If you are seeing this on our YouTube channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And whichever platform you're seeing on this on, please do share the video with others. We would very much appreciate that. Okay? Thank you, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Namaste.